hello, guys. Welcome back.
Hi guys.
Hey.
How's everyone's week been? Jaden, I know you and I were on reading week.
Resting.
As we should. I mean, we should have been studying, to be very honest. But self
I mean,
care
I already had all my midterms. I don't know about you.
must be nice. I have mine next week and the week after, starting Monday at a lovely 9 a.m.
And the week after?
Yeah, because some of my exams, like some of my profs, decided not to do the week right after reading week. So because they know a lot of other courses would have their midterms, so some of them push it back to week after, and some of them have two midterms.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was gonna say, because my second midterms are next month. So
I don't even know
that's really
because I'm just trying to get through February one day at a
a
time.
lie.
So I still have a
Yes.
lot of work to do over the next
Mm-hmm.
day and a half, not even a half. Oh my goodness. But yeah.
A lie? Ugh, I'm not trying to go back. No.
So
Summer break ready? Yeah.
watch us be inside for summer again.
Kara's
I'm
not.
going out. I'm playing football with JD.
Like, I told Dee this morning that I woke up sad because it's not warm outside.
It
Like, I
keeps
just need.
snowing, and that's very annoying to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking cold. Holy shit.
But I mean, at least we prepared for it. Unlike Texas,
Yeah. Oh
they're dying, which
yeah.
I feel so bad for them.
I
Fuck
know.
Ted Cruz.
Oh,
If you like him, don't.
absolutely not.
Terrible man.
But Andy, how was your week?
Oh my god. Okay, so it's been very busy. I started one of my courses that I should have started when school started. But
Okay.
other than that, just I caught up enough where I can actually sleep now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not bad.
that's
She's been on
nice.
that grind.
I
Yeah.
need to get to that point one day. Where's the game? So last week we mentioned cancel culture while talking about the generation gap. So now we're actually going to dive a little deeper into that topic because it seems to have gained popularity on social media, especially for the younger generation. So let's get into it.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with a definition that we pulled from Urban Dictionary, the most trusted resource there is. So the definition states that cancel culture is a situation online where a person is quite literally canceled from influence or fame by their questionable actions. It's where people come together to hold others, mostly celebrities, accountable, and is commonly caused by accusation, whether the accusation has evidence or not. This is Urban Dictionary, y'all.
We love Urban Dictionary.
Okay, with that being said,
Let's get into where we actually see it. So I don't really use Twitter that much. I know JD uses it. I would assume the most out of all of us.
I don't have Twitter, so yeah.
Okay, then yes. So JD,
Yeah.
how does it look on Twitter to you with cancel culture?
Ooh, vicious. Okay. Twitter is not for the lighthearted. Um, but I see it mostly stem from like people's like old tweets and stuff, and then I guess people do some digging in their free time. I don't know, and then it resurfaces, and then everyone comes together and bullies, talks the shit out of that tweet, and it's basically just all over Twitter. But no.
See, and you know what I don't understand? Why, when you start gaining a little traction, do people not go through their social media and start cleaning it up? Because yes, whatever you put out onto the internet is going to be there forever. However,
But
if
don't
you
give
were
the
smart
access.
enough to clean it up, the probability of you being cancelled would, be reduced dramatically.
Yeah, but some of these tweets are like 10, because you're not even checking for those tweets anymore because you've moved on with your life. They're like 10 years ago.
See, I would
Yeah.
just delete the entire account.
A lie, sir.
Start fresh, yeah.
Start afresh. Turn over
I
new
don't
leaf.
think. Wait, so when you delete an account on Twitter, isn't it like is that account like completely gone, or is it like still there? Because I know like some accounts like people will delete, but it's like still on the.
Oh, so that's like deactivation versus.
Yeah,
Okay, my
because
bad.
I'm
If you
gonna say,
deactivate your account, no, if you delete your account, it's like deleted, I
but
think.
if you
Alright.
deactivate
Okay.
it, people could still go back and see it's just an inactive account. I would
Yeah.
know because I deleted my first Twitter. Mainly out of embarrassment. It wasn't anything bad,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a fan page. But we deleted it because nobody needed to see it, and I didn't use it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's
So
there for the feds if they need it, but
exactly, but yeah.
The feds know everything.
not for the common Twitter user.
And then what I see on TikTok is a lot of Twitter cancellation will carry over onto TikTok.
And
Oh.
Insta.
So
That's where I see it as well.
yeah, so
Okay, so Twitter's like the origin, I guess.
yeah, because then
Yeah.
people will like screenshot a tweet and have that somewhere on the screen while they're making their TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but I've seen. Okay, because I don't know if the actual cancellation occurs on TikTok, but I've seen like people canceling like TikTokers.
Oh, a lot of it does occur on TikTok, especially if
Um,
it stems from a TikToker.
yeah.
Um, that's where it'll get cancelled, and then
Uh,
it'll kind of spread over to Instagram and Twitter. If it depends on who it's about. If
that's
you're
true.
just like a TikToker influencer, then it will happen on TikTok,
Hmm.
and I just love to see it for the
But
most
yeah, so I
part.
guess like other celebrities, like musicians or whatever, happen on Twitter.
Yeah, because they have TikTok, but they don't really use it. People on their management team will usually manage it for them,
Hmm.
so it doesn't make sense to try and cancel them on TikTok because let's say y'all trying to cancel Ariana Grande. Her manager's not gonna respond to y'all on TikTok.
That's true.
She's
Yeah.
above that. She doesn't need
Yeah.
TikTok like that. So that's how they were more carried over to Twitter and Instagram, where she might actually be the one controlling it.
That's true. And I think for Twitter, um, I think a lot of it comes from Twitter because I think Twitter used to be, well, still is, but like for like the more engaging platform with like people's audiences because it's like less followers or whatever. And
And then you can
a lot of
subtweet
people,
and stuff.
yeah, and then a lot of people used to use Twitter as their place to shit talk, I guess, because it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't as big as a following on like other social medias. So then I guess that's where
And it
they
still
use it.
is. So yeah, people don't think twice about doing canceling people on Twitter.
Yeah.
I think twice about it on TikTok now, but not on Twitter.
Okay, based on the definition, I I'm not as active on like celebrity um cancel culture as I am in politician cancel culture. So I
Yeah.
can't so I don't really have a lot to say on that. But
Well, it doesn't have to be celebrity, but just in general, your
in
opinion.
general, I don't really care really. That's it's fucked up, but
Oh well.
yeah, like I don't like I don't know.
It is what it is.
It
It
is
is what it
exactly
is. Yeah.
I'll see it and I'm like, okay, like I'll like collect the facts and I'll decide whether it should have happened or shouldn't have happened and I'm like people just too emotional or not emotional enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. For me, it's just a lot of gray areas because it can be very circumstantial at times, but I also don't care enough or don't know enough to like get into it like that. From my observations, a lot of people are picky, choosy about what they cancel from certain people versus what they don't cancel from certain people. And then from that, it's just annoying. And then people just are stupid
Yeah.
and don't have sense on their arguments. So it's just annoying. And it makes my blood boil and it makes me lose brain cells. So then after a while, not even after a while, I'll probably read like three comments and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm done.
And I do this to do, like send her
Oh my
stuff
goodness.
to stuff to read or watch and she'll like hate me for it.
Hmm. For me, I first of all, I'm very fast. I like to be people business. Not like in their business, but like I like to be observing the business. I don't want to be in it, but let me see it. You
Yeah.
know. So I'm very
Hmm.
nosy. So I actually like what I believe was the purpose. The initial purpose of cancel culture was to bring awareness reveal the true colors of these people that y'all give a platform to. However, again, we just take things and run with it, and that's an issue because,
Yeah.
as JD said, y'all are quick to cancel people without actually collecting the facts, and then if you don't like that person, you're quick to cancel them. But if you like somebody, you're quicker to turn a blind eye on an issue that you would have cancelled if it had been someone you didn't like. So I just need y'all to keep the same energy with everybody y'all cancel.
Period.
Okay?
Say for the people in the back, please.
I just need y'all to keep the same energy with everybody. Okay?
Beautiful.
Because I feel like if everybody kept the same energy with everybody while doing their research, cancel culture wouldn't be that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just want to mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my personal opinion on it.
Y'all take things too fucking far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't that deep sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the perspective they put it in sometimes, it's like, oh my goodness, you're the worst person ever. Like you should calm down. It's bad, but it's not that bad. The world isn't gonna end for the most part.
Exactly.
You know?
So I think it's well known by now, or it should be at least, that there are problems with what cancel culture has brought to the social media table. So I would like to discuss some of them and see what you guys think about it. So, and I think the main issue with cancel culture is that it can be toxic as the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I know one of us mentioned a little earlier that it started out good, but then it went left because people like to twist things out of proportion and then just like Shani said, take it and run.
Yeah. And honestly, that could be avoided by a simple Google search. By a simple Google search or waiting till you have actual credible sources.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But let me just interject here. Who people listen to, and this is the reason why I feel like cancel culture kind of originated, is gonna influence the rest of the platform. Like for example, with the Jeffree Stars and Kanye
Oh,
West contract.
Oh my god, that was jokes.
oh my gosh.
I think it was actually a pick me girl. She's literally called pick me girl on TikTok, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on it. She's the one who started the rumor, and
Really?
people just ran with it.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I was,
Really?
yeah, because I was like, how did y'all? Huh? I was so confused about how we came to this conclusion, and I tried going to go on Twitter and see like who the sources were. I was playing, CSI, FBI, and nobody. Like I couldn't find a legitimate source. That's why I eventually gave up on it. But then it later came out that, she just wanted attention and drama, as if that day wasn't drama filled enough.
Wait, and her actual thing was pick me, girl?
Oh, that's a persona on TikTok.
Well, hello.
Yeah.
And people lot Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on because I can't. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, so off of that story, it can be misleading
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
and spread misinformation like this girl on TikTok. Leading off from the pick me girl situation, cancel culture can be misleading and it can spread misinformation.
It also depends. Like, Shanice, was the pick me girl like really canceled?
In the eyes of a lot of people, she is, but she has some loyal, diehard fans. So
Exactly. Like when that happens, there's a whole other audience that won't like let her go away or won't let whoever they support go away. So it's like, are they really canceled?
they need to let her go, as I also said, because she's basically irrelevant now to
And
the
she's
general public.
but she's
Oh,
not gonna go away because she's gonna entertain the audience. So she's gonna keep doing that false, like keep giving false information.
Yeah, so we just keep reporting her page.
Exactly. No.
and that's another thing too, because canceling somebody also depends on who's they're trying to cancel. Because sometimes it doesn't always work, depending on how the person reacts to it,
Yeah.
and if they do have big enough or loyal enough following, so it doesn't always work.
I think like some of the examples we have here. Okay, for one example is the Sean King. Okay, if y'all don't know who Sean King is, he is
Luckily
a
for you,
he is a what would you call him? Like an
like
activist, social media, like a social justice activist, I guess.
at
Child,
this
I don't
point, I
know.
really don't know, D. I
I
really
have no clue.
like at this
Okay,
point, I don't know.
he's very vocal on like being like anti-racist and like very social justice orientated. Like as
Hmm.
yeah, he is very quick to cancel a lot of people, call out a lot of people
Hmm.
on whether it was a racist tweet that they said, posted like years ago, what they said, all that.
Hmm.
But then what
BLM.
happened was, yeah, on BLM, all
Oh,
that,
yeah. He's very prominent on the social medias on Instagram.
very, very. So what happened was, I don't know if you guys know him, but Nick Cannon, Wild 'N Out, shitty songs, shit.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, exactly. He said some, well, he engaged in some anti Semitic conspiracy theories.
Yikes.
And for one, yeah, that's fucking terrible.
Mhm.
And guess what happened? Sean King defended him.
And a lot of people defended him.
And like exactly, and because Sean King said Sean King defended him, his fan base was like, yeah, it's Nick Cannon, like who cares, like it's whatever, and it's not, it's like it's just it's a mistake, but it's like, whoa,
Yeah, like the point of it is that Nick Cannon said some offensive shit. I don't exactly remember like what it was, but it had to do with like anti-Semitic, like Jewish community, whatever. And he is a very prominent figure in the entertainment industry. So a lot of people who don't have a place to forgive him or like have any type of reaction were doing so. Um, and Sean King specifically, a person who is quick to cancel people for racist things and like problematic shit. He was also quick to defend his dear friend Nick Cannon, even though it like went against his own platform,
exactly.
basically. And then even people under Sean King's like comments are saying like, this is kind of hypocritical, contradictive, da da da. And then Sean King basically said, "Suck my dick."
Exactly.
See, and
Like,
Because
that's the
y'all,
issue.
hmm?
I'm like, and that's the issue. You can't be wanting to cancel one person for doing this when somebody that you're cool but does it, you look the other way. That's not how it
Exactly,
exactly.
works.
Because let's
exactly.
be real. If
And
it
then it's
was
also,
some white Christian person who said that,
ooh,
everyone would lose their shit.
ooh,
Absolutely.
And it's like, you can't just pick and choose who you want to cancel or not. You gotta stick both sides.
exactly. Have the same energy.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Another example is a funny one to me. Is our dear Prime
Oh
Minister,
Lord.
our Canadian Prime Minister, um, Sir Monsieur Trudeau, during the elective, was it 2019 elective campaign? Um, Something resurfaced, and it was him dressing up as Aladdin in 2001. What year were we born?
2000.
One.
I was born
2001.
2000. Y'all were
We're 2000.
2001.
Indeed, 2001. I'm 20. She's turning 20. 20 years ago. 2021, basically. It's 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And people just took and ran. That's the moral of today's episode. Take and run.
Take a run for
But was it
real.
justified? Was it
Ah,
justified?
okay,
You
so
know what? Sorry.
go, go, go.
Sorry, go. No, it's okay. You can go.
Okay, so the point that stuck with me was it was in 2001. Like these sort of actions were not seen as problematic by then. And this was actually my sociology teacher from first year who said this, which made a lot of sense to me. it was in during a time where things like that weren't seen as offensive. It was normalized. Da, 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 da. Okay, doesn't make it right, but also 20 years ago, it's been very evident that he's not racist and like
Very.
he doesn't identify or those aren't in his values anymore. So it's just like certain things we can let go, right?
Exactly, because
Like, he's literally not racist, and like, it's people want to choose one thing out of someone's like career or in their life that they did and want to make it their whole personality or who that person is. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the issue I have with it.
Exactly.
exactly. And also remember, as Jiddy said, back in those days, like people weren't as sensitive.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
back in those days, like let's say White Chicks, 2004, if that movie was to be aired like this year or last year, it wouldn't fly. It wouldn't fly because if y'all don't know the plot of White Chicks, go watch it. But
It's jokes. I'm sorry, it's jokes.
it was funny. And I remember the first time I watched it, but some people drop the N bombs because of the time I watched it in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the issue. I didn't see any issue with it, and also because I knew personally that those actors weren't racist and is literally just a line in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. There's also another. I believe it was a movie or show. I can't remember even who the actor was, but he kept having to say the N word, and he is not black. And he felt so
Oh,
uncomfortable that he kept stopping and apologizing to the
I
cast.
oh,
th-
really? I
I
don't.
think it was a Leo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio, yes.
Yeah.
Because there's also a movie with what's his name? Iron Man. I don't remember his name. But there's also a movie with the man who plays Iron Man, and he did blackface, and it was like some whole survival type adventure movie. I don't know what it was, but it was also like early 2000s.
Exactly. So things that were acceptable back then aren't as acceptable now.
Mm-hmm.
And so it doesn't really make sense. I mean, it does make sense to bring it up, but as a leading point, not as a canceling point, in
Mm,
my opinion.
that's a
I
good.
agree.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
very good.
see what we was doing back then? Yeah, we don't do that no more.
Exactly.
Or we don't have to cancel you for it.
It's
And
a
the whole
very
purpose. Sorry, go.
no go. I'm sorry.
The whole purpose of this thing was solely for the election. Like it was basically just to make
Him
Mr.
look bad.
Mr.
You
Trump.
know what though? That's the ironic part is the conservative party in Canada or like conservatives in general are trying to cancel him for doing that, but it's like y'all have like literal racists in your party, but no
Yeah,
one wants to say anything. But
exactly.
y'all
And
just
we
want to call
have
it that one thing.
we have larger issues trying to elect somebody right now, currently, for current issues than what he did back in 2001 for a fucking costume party. Okay.
I think he did it
Exactly.
twice. There was two times he did it, but who cares? It's 2001. Let it
Exactly.
go.
See, and so that I understand that was back then. Y'all can't be making the same mistakes now, though.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that's
This
the
is
difference.
why y'all need to have some people of color upon your marketing teams because I am assuming that if y'all had somebody like a Jamal sitting up in the execs, a lot of these companies who
Right.
publish things, it wouldn't have been published because if I am an executive and I see that, I'm like, that don't look too right, or you might not want to do that, but no, y'all don't want to listen, and then you'll end up in hot water, and then you want to apologize.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Another example of someone who hasn't gotten canceled but tried to is I don't know if many of you know, but is the hashtag Doja Cat is over party.
Didn't
So this is
understand that one.
this one and the Trudeau one are like the only two that I actually know about because I don't know why it was so in my face, but it was. So I was like, okay, might as well like engage, not engage in it, but like research it, whatever, whatever. So the Doja Cat is over party was basically she was found on some um like those chat websites, like Omegle kind of websites, but it was like for like racist white men or whatever. And then they were saying how she was basically like saying the N word and doing a lot of questionable things with these men. And then they tried to cancel her. And also, it's like this whole other thing with Doja Cat that she's weird and like doesn't embrace her black side when she only does it when it's like necessary, I guess, or whatever. So,
Okay, I have a first question. First
mhm.
question. Isn't she half black?
I
Yeah.
was just gonna.
So how you gonna try to cancel her with
So
the
that was one of the
N-word?
things.
Make it
Exactly.
make sense. So I was very confused as to why, because that is when I was confused. I was like, why? Huh? Make it make
I
sense. I'm
didn't like. I
confused.
kind of got over it quick. Cause I'm like, I'm not seeing anything, and I don't understand your arguments. But okay. Like if the argument. That's the thing about these two. Like if your arguments are valid, maybe they'll be convincible, but they are not. So at least try harder to cancel people properly.
Clearly, y'all didn't do well in your
Yeah. And then the
argumentative
specific
essay
thing they were
during high
arguing
school.
to try to get her canceled was that she was saying like racist things, but there were no videos of her saying anything racist. It was basically just videos of her and like the men on the camera, and they were doing whatever, and that was it. So,
And like the thing what James said, like people will try to like find like they push out their ass, right? So
mhm.
on top of that, I saw one tweet where it's like, and she only dated white guys. Like, what the fuck that got to do with anything?
What
Really?
have to
Like,
do with anything?
yeah, she's like, she only dates white guys. She's like, she can't be saying the N word. I saw that tweet.
Uh,
Wait, hold up. So if you go with that logic, that she only dated white guys, so she can't be saying the N-word. Say somebody's, let's say, white, Asian, or whatever, and they only dated black girls. Does that give them the right to say the N-word? What kind
That's
of
the
logic is
logic
that?
people come at stuff with.
okay. A lot of these kind of arguments that people be making are reversible. Like the same way that that person said that she's dating white men can't say the N word is also like what Shanice said. So it's like
And
think before you speak, think before you type, think before you think.
send it to your friends before you post. Just like how you send whatever you're gonna send. Like if you're talking to somebody and you get it approved by your girls,
Or just
get approved first,
just
please.
type it in your
Because
notes. Be satisfied
leave it
in the
there.
diary.
Read it out loud. See how it sounds, and just
Yeah.
let go.
Imagine that. Imagine seeing it in court in front of a judge. Because that's one thing my professors always say. If you're gonna post something online,
Really?
imagine having to say it in court in front of a
Because
judge
The,
and see how.
crying because you'll be
Imagine how that's
and
gonna go.
this
escorted
is
out of the courtroom.
If you don't think it's gonna go well, don't post it.
this is off
Don't
topic.
say it.
When Shanice said in court, that just reminded me of the video. She's sticking in the bowl of oatmeal
Oh my
when
god.
she was reading the guy.
But those are the things.
Oh,
Those are the things.
exactly. Look how that ended up.
Mm-hmm.
Not well.
Or
Like
the one
Brittany.
with Judge Judy when he told on himself because apparently the girl lied of how much money she had in her wallet, and he said that
Oh
she.
yeah.
Oh yeah. See,
And Judge Judy like, you fucking idiot.
some of you are just not cut out for the real world. I'm convinced.
That's funny.
Do you want to talk about the Jenna Marbles? Because I don't really know who she is or what she does.
Oh, that was basically. I just heard that cancel culture was so toxic to the point where like she had to quit YouTube.
She quit. She literally made a video about saying how it was like a mistake and like cause she is a very prominent YouTuber back in the day. She still is like very like a lot of subscribers. But what happened was back in
Influential.
the day, yeah, very influential. Back in the day, she posted racist videos of her doing like blackface and like mimicking Asian um like how they talk and their features and stuff like that, right? This
It
Mm-hmm.
was
was
like
kind of like
when
the what's his name? What's his name? Sean.
Dawson.
Yeah, it was like the Sean Dawson type skit days.
Um,
yeah, like it was like that. But she took it very like personal and serious.
Yeah.
Um, but it was like I don't know because I'm not either Eastern Asian or Black, so I don't know how like what to feel about it personally.
I didn't know about anything. So
well, let's hope she was smart about her money, considering all of her videos have millions of views.
yeah, she was one of the like OGs.
She's an OG YouTuber, and the thing is, with that being said, like these are like aside that, like the issue I have with cancel culture is you won't give the person room to grow. Like you just cancel them automatically, and then you won't give them room to grow or learn.
Exactly.
That
Because, like, Jenna Marbles, for example, I think, because I don't know, but I think she's one of the ones who grew, because obviously that's back in the day, and her content from when I watched it had nothing to do with, like, any of that.
yeah.
Like, she was just making, like, comedy type content with skits and whatever, versus someone like Shane Dawson, who does not know how to grow,
Exactly.
because he's still problematic and hangs out with one of the most problematic people on the internet, Jeffree
Who?
Star.
Oh, so
So, like, you know, pick and choose.
exactly.
Well, oh well.
For real.
At the end of the day, like, really, at the end of the day, oh, like, who the fuck gives a fuck?
For real.
Okay, so now I want to talk about some of the pros of cancel culture because, as I said previously, the initiative was great. The execution was just a little bit off,
Mm-hmm.
just a tiny bit. So, for like example, it brings awareness to serious issues that stems from decades and centuries ago. Like, for instance, when people have a lot of racist tweets or colorist tweets, I believe JT from the City Girls,
Oh.
even though Homegirl is heavily melanated like myself,
Mm-hmm.
has some colorist tweets on her Twitter page. And when people bring it to her attention because she didn't address it before, she didn't really see the issue with it. How do you not see the issue with that, ma'am? I don't understand. And it's not like she was saying something more like her preference, which that's still very weird and colorist, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But it shows people that even though you could have, you could have all the money, you could have all the fame, you could be the color that you hate. And you could have no issue with saying that online and promoting it. And when people ask you about it, because people kind of genuinely question it, like they weren't really attacking her in the beginning, but when she didn't really address it or like have anything to say about it that was positive, that's when people started going in on her.
Mm. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember seeing some tweet about her saying, basically saying how, like, she doesn't care about what she said and she likes
Mm-hmm.
her and live her life and da da
Mm-hmm.
da.
That's my issue right there.
Because that point, it means that you know what you did.
And you are sorry for it. Like
Exactly.
you see no issue.
And you're surrounded by the people who you're talking shit about. Like, you're
You
insulting them.
benefit from the people who you're insulting.
First of all, you're insulting yourself because you are
Exactly.
the person you're
That's what I don't understand. I'm like,
like,
damn, y'all really hate yourselves.
because how you talking shit about this group of people, but you are the group of people? I'm confused. And then all your friends, even your freaking partner in your music industry or whatever, your career, because there's two of them. Like, hello. Like, how you talking shit? It's like me talking shit about dark skins, and two of my best friends.
Like, that don't make no sense.
And then some people use the argument like, "Oh, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about."
I
They're
don't care who you're talking about.
shitty. You are insulting them. You're insulting these people that you're surrounding yourself with. I don't understand.
Exactly. So
Is she dark skinned? Sorry.
yes,
Heavily.
Oh.
heavily melanated.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, damn, you lucky that you could kind of rap, cause shit, you would have been cancelled a long time ago, in my opinion. City
Ooh,
girls,
speaking
but
of colorism. Well,
Are we gonna bring up Dana Lee?
yeah, we'll do that another episode.
Okay.
But yeah, her in mind. Yikes.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I also like cancel culture if it's done correctly, because it also exposes regular people who are not influencers or celebrities, who believe, and listen carefully now, that freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. You
Oh
can
my gosh.
still get in
Preach.
trouble for the shit you say.
Ooh.
Preach.
Okay.
Oh my
Nice in my
god.
ear.
I don't know, y'all be wanting to pick and choose from laws, like some Christians like to pick and choose from the Bible, but it doesn't work like that.
No,
It
ma'am.
doesn't work like that. And I like it because regular people, and I believe it all kind of started with the two high school students from America. I don't know what's it they were in, but they're white, and they it was back around the time of the challenge where he was pouring water in to show how God made you, or how like your mommy made you, or whatever.
Uh,
And they were doing it for black people, except they actually the N word, and they
was
were
it the guy and the girl?
yes, and I was
Yeah.
so happy when they got suspended and all of the university and college applications got rescinded. I was like, period.
And then they blamed the internet for that, right?
Yes, and I was like, I'm confused. Did we tell you to post that?
Or
Did we tell you it was a good idea?
guys ruined my career. No, you did.
And I don't understand. I'm like, babes, take accountability for your actions.
They don't know that word.
They really don't.
And
So
a lot of them use the freedom of speech excuse, but it's like
exactly.
because I don't know if America has like hate speech as an actual thing, but Canada does. You can get consequences for hate speech.
And
But a lot of
even
Americans that I've seen like on videos or whatever use freedom of speech. It's my freedom of speech. It's my right to say these things.
It's literally the First Amendment. I
Yeah.
think. I'm pretty sure.
and here's the thing, even if it doesn't have legal consequences and ramifications, it's still gonna negatively impact your future because your future employers
Mm-hmm.
are contacted. And again, back to posting everything on social media. When you post something on social media, like your job or your school, and then you decide you want to be out of pocket and post something that you shouldn't, that's actually derogatory, discriminatory, or racial. Hi, hello, guess what? Multiple people contact your administrator. They
Yeah.
contact your job. Like there's this person on TikTok called This You, and he exposes people for one if they lying in their videos, and then what will happen if somebody says something racist, we will find the information because in our generation it's the FBI, and then you have thousands of people emailing the principal or their dean or their
Yeah.
boss.
Because you can literally go on their school website and find these people and then
Hmm.
find their emails and email them.
Exactly. Like some of y'all think we can't find you. No, sir. You have your backpack with your school logo and your school and your number on it. It's not that hard to find who you are.
In your bio, in your
Ex-
comment. Okay.
exactly. And then the school doesn't want to be in a position where they are seen, standing in allegiance with this person who has this type of view because that's not what they want to promote. So then they end up getting fired. It makes me
Ooh, I
very
see
happy.
That's like the whole
that
thing that
really.
happened with Donald Trump on Twitter. Like he got booted off because
True.
obviously it's more complicated, but he got booted off because of the shit he said, and
Yeah.
like he instigated something, and everyone's like, my freedom of speech." Was like, no, it's a private company. They can kick whoever the fuck they want off their website.
Like imagine, bro.
That's why I feel like
And Twitter
everybody.
is your political party. Like
Yo, honestly,
But yeah, so that's one of the perks I like of cancel culture. And it also makes people engage their critical thinking skills about the influencers that they give a platform to. Like, you'll
yeah.
just be given platforms willy nilly, or because she's cute, or because I like her hair.
I have countless examples.
Child, you
Oh
know,
my
be like
goodness.
the most followed person on TikTok. She's one. So, yes, ask away about anything on TikTok because I sometimes spend way too much time on that app.
So how is she problematic? Because I don't
Um,
like I see the story, like
okay.
I see headlines and stuff of like her being problematic, but I don't see like
Let me get a little rundown. Okay, so she, for background reference, is the most followed person on TikTok. She has over 100 million followers. Yeah, a lot. Because she dances and she does have a background in dance. Like it's not to say she's not talented.
hmm
She is in her own way. However, she gained popularity off of learning other people dances and recreating them, which is what is done on the app. But because she's a people are saying it's because she's more appealing to the general public because You know, she's a white girl with straight hair and skinny.
Yeah, because I know that she apparently like stole the Renegade dance.
That one I don't understand how it technically became stole because in the dance section of the entire app, people do other people's dances. But I think in her first one, and you can't go back and edit captions on that app, which is dumb. You're supposed to give dance credit, but I think she didn't give it in the caption, but she gave it in the comments, and her comment is the top comment because she's the creator of it. So
Mm.
even if you just open the comments, you could have seen it. Um,
So it's people's fault.
yeah, I didn't understand that one because if you wanted to cancel her for that, you should have canceled the majority of the app because
Mm.
back then a lot of people weren't crediting dancers.
And then I saw that she did a video with the girl, anyways.
Yeah, she did a video with the girl, anyways, and the girl took no harm or foul to it. Like she still gained her own popularity from the dance,
Mm-hmm.
but you
She
know,
could have been the 1 mil, the 100 mil.
a lot of people should have been, in my opinion, because sometimes, listen, and this is no hate to our Caucasian listeners, y'all be whitewashing and colonizing them dances,
Oh,
and
Oh
then
my
gaining
gosh.
popularity off of it.
that's true. But the
Listen,
ones that, but like specific people, but like if the shoe fits, you gotta wear it. If it don't wear it.
exactly, and that's the thing. A lot of people who are getting the popularity are the ones who taking other creators' dance moves, watering it down, and then they gain the popularity off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes they don't tag the dance creator. So she is problematic in my eyes because yeah, she likes to use the excuse that she's young. First of all, you're 16. You're not young. You might be still, you might not be the age of legal majority, but you have common sense at this age.
Yeah, you're young, but you know what
You have
you're
an
doing.
older sister. You have a whole damn PR team with
Mm-hmm.
years of experience and a home management team. You shouldn't be making these tiny mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she is kind of under a bit of hot water right now because she, in the beginning of the pandemic, when everybody was staying home, was saying everybody, y'all shouldn't be going and seeing your friends. Y'all should be staying
Oh
home. Like, y'all
yeah.
shouldn't be seeing your grandma. Fast forward, she and her little friend group or whatever kept messing up with other creators, even though y'all could literally sit at home and do your job
They had a
in
whole
your
Halloween party, right?
bedroom. Yeah, and they keep using the excuse, oh, well, we're getting tested. The tests aren't indisposable. They are limited amount at a certain time, and other people who need the tests because they have to go to work
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get them because influencers and other people were buying up the tests,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of caused some controversy. And then she went to the Bahamas with other
She did.
influencers. Yeah,
Oh no, Charlie.
and previously, anytime somebody tried to cancel her or anything, she would go onto Instagram live and cry.
Oh my
Oh my
And
god.
then people
gosh.
feel sorry for her. I mean, some people were taking overboard and sending her death threats even before she went to Bahamas, which is never condonable. However, homegirl just be sitting on her IG, like crying, her
Cause
little
she's
red face.
young.
And I'm like, um, don't be trying to go on Instagram live and crying, no. And literally anytime some like a reporter asks her about it, no comment. No comment. We saw you, ma'am. We don't care if you want to ignore the comments asking you about it or like ignore the reporters asking you about it. We saw you. So
Yeah.
that's kind of why she's in a bit of hot water right now.
So
Especially
Charlie D'Amelio is over party.
at this point, sure, all of them over. Her, her sister, all the influencers she went with, a lot of those influencers are over at this point. So
Mm-mm.
it kind of had people thinking who they really and truly gave a platform to.
Yeah.
One who just talk for the sake of saving her own ass, or
So
one who actually, you know, believes in whatever. And here's the thing: these mistakes, at this point, it wasn't a mistake; it was a conscientious action that she decided to take. Will kind of discredit whatever she did in the past because you weren't being genuine about staying home and protecting everybody else. So were you being genuine about Black Lives Matter? Were you being
yeah.
genuine about all the other social issues you were talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or is it just performance activism?
Exactly. The whole next topic. But yeah, not from other TikTok influencers who went to the Bahamas, but like other ones who made simple mistakes to, like, let's say the deaf community when they were making like sign language videos and stuff, who genuinely didn't know what they were doing wrong because they were misinformed, and they contacted other people on TikTok who were actually a part of the community themselves and learned from them and shared the new information that they learned with their followers. Like,
Oh.
yeah. The child, when I tell you, I ended up on deaf TikTok and it's a whole drama. I was like, "Ooh,
Oh
I
gosh.
gotta be on here more often." So
Crying.
yeah, it kind of also makes them put their money where their mouths are, figuratively, not literally,
Yeah.
because when they make the mistake, they're kind of under a microscope after that. Even if they apologize and they genuinely meant it, you're now under a microscope.
Because then people will be quick.
Exactly.
They're scouting to see however else like you fuck up.
Because it's not like baseball where it's like three strikes and you're out. You have like two chances max. And
Yeah.
it can't be about the same issue.
Yeah.
After that, you're done. You're out. So those are some of the advantages of cancel culture I like. If we had stuck to how it was initially supposed to be used, there would be a lot more pros. But child, they done ruined it.
Humans like to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
So do the pros outweigh the cons? Do the cons outweigh the pros?
I mean, in my opinion, yeah, because it kind of brings a lot of issues that people didn't even think about to the table.
Which one?
Um, for
Pro?
example, ooh, child,
Like you're saying pros outweigh cons?
yeah,
Okay.
in my opinion, from what I've seen.
How about D?
I think I think I agree with Shanice. I think pros. I think it's equal, really,
Yeah.
to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. But because the thing is, pros, sure, it's I think they get attended. The attention's good, but
But
it
what you
comes
do
out
with
raw.
it,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
exactly.
on
And
a
then
tipping
that's why.
scale.
Exactly. So it really, and it's circumstantial on what um is happening as well. It's not like it can be something very small, it can be something very big. So okay, so are we pro or anti cancel culture? So I'll start off first. I'm really neither. I don't care, but if I'm giving an answer, I don't like neither. I am pro giving people chances,
How
but I'm
many though?
also I think one.
Oh, okay, so yeah, because some of y'all be giving them chances like
Yeah, like
4 5
you can't
times.
no, because the thing is, when you get a chance, you have that chance to regain that trust. And if
Mm-hmm.
you break that again, I don't think I can.
Yeah, because then after the first time, you know it.
Exactly, and then
You
you do
know
it
it's
again. It's like, why? I literally, you know the mistake. Why are you doing it
yeah,
again?
exactly.
Mm. That makes
And
sense.
So
it's not like it's just one person telling you. Like
The entire
you
internet.
have hella people telling you how you fucked
exactly,
up. So it's like,
exactly. And if people around you, like close people, aren't telling you that you fucked up, you should get a new group of people.
ooh,
Because
And,
ooh,
and if your entire group is saying you that you fucked up, you might want to listen.
ooh,
You might want to listen.
ooh, that hit me.
you want to say something, Katie?
Just state your point.
We'll save that for another episode. Right.
Yeah, but I'm pro that, but I'm also anti calling out one group of people but not your own group of people.
Like,
Very keep that energy everywhere. If you're a fuck with a person, be fuck with it with everyone. You know?
okay.
This
As you
doesn't
should.
make sense. I just hate people who pick and choose.
It's not
It's
how the
not
world
right.
works.
The
Exactly.
hypocrisy,
It's
child.
and that goes for everyone.
Mhm.
Political spectrum, celebrities, whoever the fuck if
Regular people.
exactly, like you can't be doing that shit. hold your friends accountable. Like, you don't
Yes.
forget for your friends, your family. You can't just let them slide and then speak another way when you're talking to a different group of people. You can't do that.
And don't keep giving excuses for them.
Oh, no, no,
They
Like,
no.
bigger
oh,
half back and grown. They know better.
no, God.
Exactly. You can't. You really can't. You can't be like, oh, they're my family, oh, they're my friends. No, that
Okay,
doesn't
they
count.
are, but they fucked up. So
Exactly. Hold them accountable. That's
that's
what it
even a more
really is.
reason to hold them accountable because they're that close to you.
And a reflection of
Exactly.
you.
And
Exactly.
exactly. If my friends, if JD or Shanice said some out of pocket shit,
Oh, hell, absolutely.
I would literally cuss them out because it's just like, no, that's not how it's gonna work.
No
Because I
questions about
say
it.
exactly. So no, we
We
don't
know
fuck with
better
that.
than that, though.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that shit.
We
But
won't get to talking. It's okay.
yeah.
And if we
Okay.
we'll just
Yeah.
edit it.
How about you guys?
JD?
I'm also neither like I'm not anti because that means like no cancel culture at all, but like I feel like we need some of it. But I also don't care at all. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I don't care because I don't engage in it. So like I'm not putting my energy towards it. Um, and then I'm also not that knowledgeable about it because A, that seems like a headache, and B, I don't like to insert myself in things that I don't know, basically, because
Yeah.
like I'm not offering anything to it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I also like this whole podcast, basically, like so many things about situations are uncertain because the only people who will 100% know the truth and what happened is the person and whoever else is involved directly. So
Exactly.
I will never know based off of media headlines and other people talking out of their ass about what actually happened. So,
Yeah, unless they
Exactly.
both come forward and both give detailed explanations that match.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But I can see why it's can be a good thing and I can understand it. Um, but other than that, if I have some type of interest in it, I'll investigate it for myself, take it from there. If I really don't care, I won't care. If I somewhat care something, then I'll do that.
Okay.
Mhm.
For
And you,
me,
Shanice?
well, I like to be in. That's probably not the best way to word it. I like the true intentions of it. So I would say just pro modify it. Take it back to its roots. You know? Essentially give people a second chance to prove themselves if they've made like a genuine mistake that couldn't be easily avoided. And it's not like a pattern, like it was a genuine mistake. Hold them accountable, yes, but also, you know, give them another chance to grow, give them another chance to prove themselves. Like it's have people who genuinely make a mistake and then people they have their followers give them links to articles on how they could, have worded this better, give them information to research about whatever topic they were talking out of their ass about, and then you can actually see the growth and see the change.
Mhm.
Um, as for mistakes that they should have known better about, cancel them. I don't care about that part because, like, for instance, if you're like with GT, you're grown enough. You knew better. You're a grown ass woman. You knew better. I don't. For those type of situations, and again, it's very circumstantial. I
Yeah.
approve it
Yeah.
because you knew better. Like, and when it tears down yourself as something, I don't stand for it. And especially if you have other people telling you about it, and you just blatantly don't care, and you make it known that you blatantly don't care. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You should
That
be cancelled.
if that anything adds fuel to what the fuck you said, like, cause now you said it, and
Exactly.
then now you say you don't care. It's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, people
So
actually followed you and liked you, and then you say this
exactly.
shit, and it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
And then you basically tell your fans, so what? What about it? What y'all gonna do?
Y'all just some haters.
That can ooh, hoo,
Oh my
hoo. That's
god,
your favorite line.
I'm
I need
just
to search this up. I
I'm
need to
gonna
see what
keep
happened.
doing me.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm very lazy to search them up, so I have a couple TikTokers who I don't follow them, but they're on my For You page a lot, who basically they will watch videos and break down all the facts that were said and then state their opinion in it, so as to not give opinionated facts. Like they break it down very clearly, which I'm a very appreciative of. I am a law student. I do not have time to watch 40-minute videos on YouTube about your problems.
Alarm.
So yeah, that's basically my stance on it.
I have a question because we keep talking about like JT like a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
So like this whole Tari, well, it's not. Okay, oh, that's another thing too. I'll say that after. But like, can we separate the art from the artist?
Yeah.
I think so. Some
It depends on what they're wrapping up, like what their art is about and what the issue is with them.
Okay, so a very common example for this is like R. Kelly. He's
See,
I still step in the name of love.
Anyway.
Hold on, we'll do a more like our
in-depth episode about this.
No, like our time example.
Oh,
like the Tory Lanez and Meg thing. I
absolutely not.
No,
I never used to really listen to him before. He did shoot something. Yeah.
He shot someone. How the fuck do you take that away from the fucking artist?
Right? Because D knows, a couple of like other people know. I don't know if Shanice would know, but I had maybe every album of his.
God.
Really?
Okay? I liked his music a lot. But
I
then
never cared for him.
I'm like, ew, no. Like I cringe at your voice now, and every time I hear it in a song, whether you're featuring it or not, I can't listen to it. I can't.
See, like for that instance, well, I never listened to him really in the first place, so that for me wasn't hard to separate the art and the artist.
Yeah.
But for the example you gave before with R. Kelly, given the fact that his music is rooted very deep in Black and Caribbean culture, aka in the name of love, when you go to every party, it's very hard to separate that one. But as for Tory Lanez, haha.
So is it? Yeah. So it's circumstantial, right?
It's circumstantial. Yeah.
Okay.
I still try not to listen to stuff.
Okay, if it's like the thing is, if it's like violence and you commit violence against someone, that's like an issue for me. Like I can't. There's things people say, and it's like okay, I can sometimes like keep that away from like the music and you, like that. But if it's like violence and you committed some felony type shit, that's when it's like
because like a lot of rappers for our time is like, I don't know. The only one I really know is like Lil Baby because he'd been cheating on his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, whatever. But it's like we still listen to his music, so it's like, yeah.
That ain't physically hit nobody.
But it's also like, is it that serious for us to cancel his music? Or
at this point, I feel like y'all went into that relationship thinking, oh, I'm gonna change him. So y'all like he had a track record. It's like going with Future and then being surprised. Like,
and then there's been rappers that like have been to jail for whatever crime. I don't know what kind of crime, but you still listen to their music. So it's like, because I feel like at that point, shit, cancel everybody. Don't listen to their music anymore.
It's up to you, really.
Listen to like classical and jazz. I don't know.
It's just it's a good, song really to set the mood.
And chose violence.
Chose death, but in that song, he's essentially talking about killing somebody, but it was because it was like an accident. Like, his homeboys was trying to run up on him and rob him, and he didn't even know that was his homeboys. He's just kind of defending himself.
I didn't know the whole story. I just knew that
I have a brother, so he been telling me all of these stories when he sends me these songs to listen to. So, it's very circumstantial for me.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to rappers. So, but yeah.
Interesting.
That should close out the episode.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this has been a very substantial episode. Good discussion.
Very engaging.
Right. I didn't know we can actually go this deep into cancel culture.
You'd be surprised.
Right. Expect that on a lot of our episodes because we have a lot of topics and I don't know how we're gonna get into them, but apparently we do. So thank you guys for listening in. We love your support. So on that note, Follow us on our social media on Instagram at di4tc_, and you will see the rest of our social medias linked in our bio. And make sure to listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever else you like to listen to your podcast. And we'll catch you guys in episode number 4. Ooh, we're in this.
Bye.
Bye, guys.